is going to be met hard and met fast by number 31 of that defense, Darrell Green, a name that I have said again and again tonight. Darrell Green making a huge tackle.
Welcome to 24-Hour Sports Show at 9 here with Darrell Green. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you see it. You see it still. Road to 200. Just for me grinding, getting this video out at 8 a.m. in the morning. That should earn a sub right there.
No. He's got a point.
That should be a sub right there. But let's get to the video. I've been seeing NFL power rankings. I got asked to do my power rankings video. And you know I got the most official list. You know I got the best list on YouTube. Alright, first thing I gotta say, this list was made with all objectivity. I'm a Steelers fan. You see where we at. So, therefore, I am not biased when making this list. If your team trash, your team trash. Get mad at the head coach, get mad at the GM. All right, so first, we're going to start off with the two teams at the bottom. We got the Lions and the Texans. I say playing for fitness because these teams don't have anything left to play for. They just playing to stay in shape and get ready for the draft. The only playoffs they might be watching is the college football playoffs because they need to be looking for quarterbacks. Now, going into the next team, we got the teams getting the popcorn ready. You see the Colts, you see the Steelers, you see the Jaguars. When I say getting the popcorn ready, that means they need to get the popcorn ready because they're about to be watching the playoffs from their house. Going into the next tier, you see hanging by a thread. The team that I really want to look for and hanging by a thread is the New York Jets. I believe the New York Jets are a good team, but they're hanging by a thread. They're fighting injuries. When you lose the potential offensive rookie of the year, that's a knock to any team. They lost Breece Hall. I think that's going to make a big impact on that team, and I'm still not sold on Zach Wilson. Another decent team down here, we see the Denver Broncos. A lot of people are thinking, Denver Broncos, what about that's decent? But I liked what I seen in London. Although it was London, you know, that's a different scenery, different place to play. But I liked what I seen in that game. I believe they can turn it around, but still hanging by a thread. Also, another team, the Cleveland Browns. I really like what I seen against the Bengals. But we have to look at the fact that Jamar Chase was out. That is the best player on their offense. He was out. So that's, you have to accept that for what it is. And going into the in the mix teams, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady needs to retire. However, the Atlanta Falcons are leading their division by 1 game. The Atlanta Falcons are not a good football team, so therefore, they're still in the mix. However, two teams I want you to watch out for in the mix, I got the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. I believe these are two good teams. The only problem that I have is that the NFC East is such a good division. It's hard for so many teams to come out of that division. That's probably going to be the only team that we see have 3 teams come out of that division. We see that rarely in the NFL, but I believe if the Giants keep winning, they can be that 3rd team coming out of that division. The New England Patriots. I like what I seen last week against the Jets. Although, like I said, the Jets are fighting injuries. I still like what I seen. Mac Jones getting back on track. Going to my contenders, the Tennessee Titans. That's the team that pops out because they're not supposed to be there. However, they're 5-2. Derrick Henry's running wild. Ryan Tannehill is still not a franchise quarterback, but they're winning. The Minnesota Vikings, 6-1. 6-1. A lot of people are not talking about the Vikings, and I don't understand why. I was high on the Vikings coming into the season, but I had to tone that down just a bit. I had to tone that down because Kirk Cousins failed me every time I believed in him. The San Francisco 49ers, a team that I really believe in. I like what they're doing with Christian McCaffrey. When they get Deebo Samuel back, the sky's the limit for that team, and I said that when they made that move. But however, my best team in this contenders list is the Miami Dolphins. I believe the Miami Dolphins are a strong contender. However, I just need to see more. I need to see consistency. I need to see Tua stay healthy. Tua is undefeated when he starts and finishes games this season. However, he hasn't started and finished every game. So I got to see more consistency, see if he's healthy, because if they're going to make a deep playoff run, he has to play every game. Going into my Super Bowl favorites, I'm riding with the Bills. I said that since the beginning of the season, and my pick is looking very strong. The Philadelphia Eagles, I'm not sold on the Eagles. I'm going to do a video on the Eagles later today and just watch the film and see how good they actually are, but I'm still not sold on them. I'm sold on Kansas City, but the only problem is Kansas City and Buffalo are in the same conference, so therefore I have to give the edge to Buffalo. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC, so I mean, it's by default. It's by default. The NFC, it's been a lot of injuries. I mean, every team has injuries, but the NFC has been hampered badly by injuries, more than we see in the AFC. So by that, you know, in the Eagles, they also have a weak schedule. I believe a lot of that plays into it, ties into it. The Eagles are a team that could potentially go 12, 13, 14, and 0 because their schedule is not good. And I think that is shining. That's making them look good. However, when we get to the playoffs, we're going to see. But currently standing, if I had to be put to the fire and pick, AFC favorite, Buffalo Bills, NFC favorite, 49ers.